Have you ever stopped to think about how small daily habits can completely change the course of your mental health after the age of 70? Science has revealed something powerful. 5 simple activities, easily added to your day, can reduce your risk of developing dementia by up to 80%. That's right, 8 out of 10 cases can be avoided with changes that don't require medication, surgery, or major effort. Just awareness, consistency, and a healthy dose of self-love. This isn't an empty promise. It's a truth backed by renowned researchers around the world. After 70, your brain is still capable of growing, adapting, and renewing itself. Modern neuroscience has shown us that aging isn't a synonym for decline. On the contrary, it's a stage where we can choose more wisely what we feed our mind and body. And those daily choices make all the difference. The first activity is as simple as it is powerful: walking every day. Yes, just a 15 to 30-minute walk can change the course of your brain's future. Research shows that blood flow to the brain increases significantly during a walk. It nourishes the brain cells, strengthens neural connections, and reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. And no, you don't need a gym. A walk around the block, in a park, in your backyard, it all works. Alone or with company, what matters is movement. It's your body saying, "I'm still here, I still can." And when the body moves, the brain wakes up. The second activity is conversation. That's right, talking to someone every day. It could be a neighbor, a grandchild, an old friend, or even a phone call. The human brain is deeply social. Every conversation activates different parts of the mind: language, memory, emotion, empathy. And it doesn't need to be long. Just 10 minutes of real dialogue is enough to light up neural pathways that fight isolation and prevent cognitive decline. Loneliness, sadly, is one of the fastest accelerators of dementia. But a good conversation, with laughter and true listening, is like a natural medicine for the brain and soul. The third activity is reading or learning something new each day. It could be a page from a book, an article, an inspiring story, or even a video like this one. When you expose your brain to new information, it has to work, interpret, compare, understand. This stimulates neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and form new connections. Reading daily is powerful mental exercise. The more variety, the better. One day it's a short story, the next a news article, the next a poem. The key is to keep the brain curious, active, and engaged. The fourth activity is practicing mindfulness, also called being present. We're not talking about complicated meditation rituals, just stopping for 5 minutes to breathe calmly, feel the moment, and be thankful. This regulates stress, calms the nervous system, and reduces inflammation in the brain. And yes, studies show that regular mindfulness can reduce dementia risk markers. If you can, do it in the morning. Sit in silence, take a deep breath, and think of 3 things you're grateful for. That's it. 5 minutes of peace that nourish your mind. And finally, the fifth activity, using your hands. This may seem small, but it's transformative. Sewing, painting, cooking, puzzles, gardening, fixing something, all these involve fine motor skills, focus, creativity, and often memory. When you engage your hands in intentional tasks, you activate brain areas that fight off cognitive decline. And more than that, using your hands brings a sense of usefulness, of purpose, of presence. It's your body in motion, your mind engaged, your heart content. These 5 activities cost nothing. They don't require apps or screens. They just ask for your presence, your willingness, and a bit of consistency. Walking, talking, reading, breathing, creating. Simple, but deeply effective. And now you may be wondering, but what if I already have memory lapses? What if I forget things now and then? Science says it's not too late. The earlier you start, the better. But even with early signs, these activities can stabilize or even reverse some symptoms. The secret is repetition, a commitment to yourself, daily kindness toward your own health. The brain loves variety and routine. It needs challenge but also affection. And when you give it that, it responds. Yes, even after 70, 75, 80, your brain still wants to live, fully, presently, consciously. It's common for people to think, it's too late for me. But it's not, never is. Science now shows us that neurons continue to be born even in later years if they are stimulated. And that stimulation is in your hands, literally, a walk, a chat, a reading, a quiet moment, a creative hobby. All of that is worth more than many treatments. And the best part? No side effects. Of course, you don't have to start with all 5. Just pick one. How about starting today? Just one. Maybe call someone you haven't spoken to in a while, or go for a walk while listening to your favorite music. Start small, with kindness, with intention, and soon the others will follow, and your brain will thank you, and your life will feel the difference. Because aging doesn't mean forgetting. Aging can mean remembering even more who you are, what you've lived through, and what you still can live. Time doesn't have to be an enemy, it can be an ally. And the secret lies in the choices you make every day, starting now. So if you've come this far, I invite you to make a commitment with yourself, a promise to care for what's most precious, your mind, your memory, your presence in this world. Share this video with someone you love. It just might change someone's life. And remember, you still have time, you still have power, and your story is far from over.